Hello, everybody. Yay. Welcome to day 2 on activating yourself, manifesting what you want, creating the life that you want, right here at Healing Through You. Yay. I am your host, Valeria Maritza. If you did not catch yesterday's video, which was day 1, then I encourage you to go back and look at that first. This is the second one. And there was homework yesterday. So this is why you will want to go and see the first one if you haven't done it first. Okay. Hi, Jessica. If you are here and you did your homework, yesterday's homework was to begin your list of I am affirmations, right? And to write as many things as you could find that you wanted to create in your life. And so if you have that, if you did your homework, then I am going to invite you to pick 3 random ones from your list and post them here on the comments, so that I can look at them and tune into them to feel into how your energy is aligned with what you have chosen, and to also tweak, if it needs any tweaking, the wording so that it is in the positive side. So if you're just coming in, I'm actually going to write it in the comments. Please drop up to 3. Oh, I can't even type. Up to 3 of your I am statements here. Okay. So, I put here all. All right. So sorry about the misspelling things. It's not a big thing for me to be checking on that. But okay. So yesterday we did, we really had a huge, deep understanding of how your body works and how we are constantly in the state of fear or in the state of anxiety, which is the state of fight or flight. And this has been a continuous conditioning that has been placed upon us because we have taken it upon ourselves to receive that part and to say, yes, that's what I'm going to buy into it. I'm buying into this fear. I'm buying into what you're telling me without checking in with our own bodies. And that's the plan. The plan is to keep you in this space so that you don't connect with your inner self, so you don't connect with your higher self, and so that you become this helpless being that will do whatever it is that you're told to do, right? And that has been serving humanity for hundreds of years. And this is the time it started about 2012 for everyone to begin to wake up and begin to go within and really feel what it is that that we are. Like, what are we? Who are we, right? So that's what we're doing here in the awakening place. Okay, so hi Jessica, I am checking here. If you're just coming in, please drop up to 3, 1, 2, 3, any random I am statements that you wrote yesterday from yesterday's homework of making your list of the things that you want to manifest, so I can tune into it. So Jessica writes, I am in perfect shape. I am to do. Okay. I am to do, that means you're going to do it in the future. Not happening now. That's not going to happen. You can say this every single day, the whole year long. Not going to happen because to do puts you in the future. So I do a handstand. Got it? I am able to do. I engage in handstand. So you see, it's like, it's a little tricky because it sounds very like, hey, that was positive. Hey, that's in the now. But there are little tweaks that we don't realize, we don't catch. And then we believe we're doing it right, or we're stating it correctly. And it actually keeps us in the future all the time, right? So I am able to do says I am able, like, in the future, not like right now. It's a little bit, let me know how that's feeling for you, okay? So you want to write, I do a handstand with ease, right? I do handstands with ease. I do handstands with joy. I do handstands because it brings me joy to do handstands, right? So I just did 3 different ones on one thing, which is doing handstands which means that you're strong, which means that you're confident. So I am confident, I am strong, my body's strong, my arms are strong, right? I believe in myself, I trust myself. All of those are coming from that one statement that you just wrote there, which is um, I can do a handstand, okay? I am always comfortable in my body. Okay. I'm comfortable in my body. Yet, right now, yet I am manifesting getting in better shape and health myself. So let's figure this out. Are you comfortable in your body right now, the way it looks like, feels like to you? Well, no, that's what I'm trying to manifest, right? That's what you're saying, right? Right. So I am comfortable in my body. Put something more in about what it is that your body is in the now, which is what you're manifesting, to create it in the now. So I am comfortable in my beautiful, healthy body. I love being in my strong, healthy body. Okay, so you want to say exactly what it is so that you manifest that, because I can be comfortable in my body and I can be like completely obese on my bed, not able to like walk out, and I can tell myself I'm pretty comfortable here in my bed, right? So you really want to be specific about what it is that you want to feel comfortable in, right? And yes, not body shaming anyone. You want to feel comfortable in your body at all times, no matter what it has manifested into. You want to be happy in the image that you are reflecting to yourself right now, so that you have no resistance to getting to a better place. But in the manifesting statements, you want to put specifically what you want. Okay. All right. And Christina, awesome to see you here. Fantastic. Oh, interesting. I only see 2 people here today. And hey, better for you because I have more time to tune into you. All right. I am making $20,000 plus consistent months in cash in my business. Okay, that's very specific, right? How much? Allowing the universe to give you more than how much that you have chosen. In what period of time? In which form? And from where, right? Now, that's beautiful, perfect, fabulous. Can we make that better? How? What? What do you mean? Now you're throwing me off, right? Okay. I receive consistent 20,000 plus dollars every month. Period. Why? Why? Because you can receive money, funds, from your business and from all different places that it's coming to you, right? So by you want to allow yourself to be really open to what it is that you want. What do I want? I want 20,000 plus money every single month. Okay, that's it. I would like it to come from my business. Could it come from somewhere else? Like what? Where else could it come from? That is none of your business. That is the universe, your higher self bringing it to you. Perhaps you will create something different or something additional in or within your business, which has not been created yet, and that will bring you the money. Maybe you'll veer off into something else. Maybe you'll play a lottery and that month it will come that way, right? So allow yourself, like, what is it that you actually want? I want $20,000. Okay, but maybe what you actually want is, I want to have a thriving, successful business that gives me total independence through the financial energy, right? And so if that's what you want, then you can say, I am financially abundant in my business. I am financially abundant through the work that I do. So you see how I'm beginning now I'm picking on this because I have time, because there's no one else posting, and because I want to help you tweak and think really closely as to, like, oh, am I actually limiting myself here? Can I make this better? Okay. Second, I am buying random people things that have them believe in miracles and abundance. Wow. I am able to create miracles and light on people. You can tweak it, but you see how that's a little bit more broad? Now, this is interesting because what they're saying is, yes, I am able to create abundant miracles on people. And if you leave it like that, and I know you're talking about money, because if I'm abundant in money, then I can randomly buy gifts for people. And I know that's the line of thinking of like, that's what I want to do. But if the goal is to randomly bring miracles so people can begin to believe and rise in their frequency, if that's the goal, then that's the goal. And the how you're going to get to that place, you leave that up to the higher self. You leave that up to the universe. Again, it is not the how that we are going into. It is the what that we want to focus in, right? And if I say, or if my goal is to bring miracles of abundance to people, I can walk down the street and find someone who's living on the streets and buy a whole meal for maybe $20 or less, which is not going to break my bank, and that is going to be very abundant to that person. And so I'm creating that miracle there, even though I didn't spend lots of abundant money from my own place, right? So I am able to create what I want, which is creating this miracles of abundance so that they can believe, so they can raise their frequency, so they can have a beautiful day, so they can be a part of contributing to the rising of the energy of the planet. You can do that with so much less. And what's coming through is Mother Teresa, which that's what she did when she was working in, Calcutta is coming. I haven't read much about Mother Teresa, but everything that I get through her is just what I get. So I think she was in Calcutta. I don't know, but anyway, that's what's coming through. It was a very poor. I don't know if it is right now, but when she was there, very poor area, and that's what she was bringing. She was bringing that miracle of abundance to them by whatever it is that she was able to reach and bring their mindset to, so that they can feel elevated and abundant. Okay, I am investing in coaching, mentorship, healing, events, and learning with complete ease and saying yes. Very good. I love the energy behind that. To everything that's so aligned and lights me up. That sentence right there has so much power and energy that I cannot see that not happening for you at all, because it is completely aligned and wonderful. What else? You can separate it into I invest in coaching with ease. I invest in mentorship with ease and joy. I invest in healing. I invest in events. What I'm doing here is separating each I am, because with each I am, you reaffirm that one energy thing that you're wanting to manifest. Does that make sense? All right. So thank you so much for posting your random statements here so I can help you. Let me know how it felt for you. And now let me open up my notes for day 2. Oh, and it's going to be good. Cool. Thank you. Okay. You're welcome. Also, disclaimer here. Remember, everything you hear from me or anyone else on the internet, whether it's another healer, another mentor, someone that you really love, who you're following online, a video, whatever it is, someone who's giving you a tarot card reading or any type of card reading. Anytime that you see, hear, or receive something from someone, feel into your body to see if it feels that it resonates for you. Do not take anyone's word, including mine, as that's it. That's the law, okay? Because it's not the law. This is just the message that's coming through for you, but you still have to discern what's true for you and what isn't true for you in this moment, right? So I have done readings, and I've heard this from other people as well, when they do a reading and then the person's like, yeah, that didn't resonate at all, or yeah, I don't know, maybe, and it's very like iffy, like, yeah, I didn't get much about this, and then a year later they're like, oh my gosh, every single thing that you said resonated, and it was true, but they were not ready to receive the message and in that moment, and they received it a year later or months later or a week later or whatever. So make sure that you are tuning in with your own body, with your own self, as to like what is true for you, and take that and then let go of whatever doesn't feel right for you. Because if it doesn't feel right for you, then it means that you're not ready for that message in that moment. So let it go. Don't worry about it. Don't take it as your own. Don't feel like, oh, now I have to, or I feel judged, or I feel like I'm not, like, don't take it that way. Just take whatever lifts you up and makes you feel good, and let go of anything that doesn't. Okay? And this is true all the time for anyone and everything, even your family, whatever they say, right? I had a really great friend. She was an Irish friend many years back, and she had just turned 40. She was 40, 41, but she was Irish, and she would go visit her family, and in Ireland, very big religious Catholic nation. She would come back destroyed, and she's like, I love my life, I love everything I'm doing, but when I go there, they make me feel bad because I'm not married yet. And she didn't have any significant other or anything, and she didn't mind. I mean, yeah, it's like she was open to it, but it was not like what was driving her. But when she would go there, she would feel terrible about herself and what she had accomplished or not accomplished according to other people's opinions and visions of her, right? And then later on, she like ended up finding out like a wonderful man, got married, and everything, ended up perfect for her. But I'm bringing this up because it is really up to you and what makes you feel good. And if it doesn't make you feel good, you just reject it. You're like, yeah, that doesn't feel good for me. I'm rejecting it. Yeah, that's not for me right now. I'm letting it go, right? So don't let anything that makes you feel less than happy or joyful weigh you down because you like or trust the person you're listening to, okay? So I just wanted to tell you that and be very discerning to your own energy. This year, 2024, it has started already with a lot of really quick energy. Everything is moving so fast, and it is the year of expecting the unexpected. So there's going to be a lot of things that you're not expecting. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of energy moving through you. If you're here, if you're a healer, if you're working on yourself, there's going to be a lot of stuff. And thank goodness that you have the tools to move through this, because it's going to be wild and it's going to be really heavy and difficult for anyone who's not doing the work. So if you're doing the work, you are like 10 steps ahead already. Okay. Whew. If I want to manifest a healing a 5-year-old auto accident injury, how would I phrase that? You would phrase that. I am healthy. I feel healthy. I'm amazing. I feel amazing. Okay? So it's pretty much, what is it that you want to feel? Okay, so let me start reading my notes and go into more of today. Okay, that's day 1. Where's day 2? Here we go. All right, so what you want to do today, after this, don't do this now, is go over your statements. So I want you to read your statements out loud. Why out loud? Because when you read them out loud, you're going to hear yourself, and you're going to be able to catch any negativities within them better than if you just read them silently. Okay, so read them out loud. If you heard me reading the last statement that Christina wrote, and I was like gaining energy and like I was getting louder and faster, and because her last statement had so much energy that just me reading it was lighting me up and giving me more energy, and I was getting excited. That's the goal. That's how you want to feel when you're reading your list of I am statements. Okay, so if you're reading your statements, I am amazing, I am healthy, I feel great, or I am always feeling great, right? Or whatever it is, and you're reading them, and then you get to one where it kind of like drops a little, or you're like, I'm not sure about that. That's the one you need to revise. So that's the one you need to look at and be like, maybe I need to reword this, maybe I need to separate this, or maybe I need to get rid of it, because this will happen. When you first do your list, you're going to write a whole bunch of stuff. And then when you read it out loud and you hear yourself, your higher self is going to give you that message of like, you don't really want that. That was the ego talking. And you're going to be like, oh, and then you're going to change it. So this has happened to me myself, when I do the writing and then I go back and I'm like, I actually don't want that. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I was like, oh, I want to have 2 new clients every single day. And then I read it and I was like, where would I fit 2 new clients every single day? Like if I kept getting new clients, where would I actually do that? And I'm like, I actually don't want that, right? And then I had to really revise what it is that I wanted in my business so that it could be a sustainable business for me, where I felt comfortable and I had enough time to do everything else that I wanted to do, right? And so when we have statements that are coming from the ego, we're really always going for like the big money, the big numbers, the big things, the big changes, but that's the ego. So when you speak it out, you get that little ding from your higher self that says, let's revise this. I'm not sure you actually want that. So this is why you want to read the things out loud so that you can hear them and then revise them. So that's the first homework you're going to have. Okay, now I'm going to do a little review of yesterday. Okay, so when we are in the fight or flight, I'm just reading my notes. When we are on the fight or flight mode, the blood drains from our organs and our brain, and you cannot think straight. So if you're writing your stuff while you are in the fight or flight state, then your list is going to be mostly ego-based or led, okay? So when you're writing, you want to make sure that you are already grounded and that you are already calm before you start writing, so that you can access what your higher self actually wants and is not doing so much of like double work because you wrote so many things that were coming from the ego, okay? So when you are, so you cannot think straight and you are just fighting and your organs get depleted from the healing properties that your body innately has. So coming back to you, Jessica, with the how do I manifest healing a 5-year-old auto accident injury? Your body can heal itself. It has everything it needs to heal itself from anything and everything. Name any disease out there, even the really scary ones, and your body can heal itself when you raise your frequency enough and you maintain it enough at a high frequency level where disease does not exist. So, in other words, when you raise your frequency enough to actually feel, and know that you are part of the divine, or you are the divine, and the divine is all pure love, and there is no suffering, there is no pain. So when you're able to really raise your frequency to that, then you will feel this wave of unconditional love, unlike any love that you've ever felt on earth through another human or an animal or a baby even. It's going to be like this full wave of like, I don't want to go back to earth. It's that good, okay? And when you get there, that's when all disease and all things that are not going well with your physical body dissolve, okay? And again, I'm going to quote Joe Dispenza again. Go and look on YouTube at stories of transformation from regular humans, just like you and me, who tell their stories of how they heal a variety of things just by meditation. And really what the meditation does is it allows them to raise their frequency, maintain it there, feel that part of I am the divine, I am pure love, and that's when they have spontaneous healings. And sometimes it takes it goes right away. Sometimes it takes a week or a couple of days or months, right? But they all can do it. And it's just when you're able to get to that level of I am the divine, understanding it, owning it, and feeling that you are the divine. And I know this is a very new concept for a lot of us, which because we have been conditioned to learn that we're separate from whomever created everything, like we're just this lonely, poor little people here, and there's something greater than us. Well, the greater than us is within us. And so we are the creator of everything. All right, so I hope that helps. Okay, next. Okay. Okay, so what happens is we have been living in this conditioning for so long that when we think about something bad that happens. So, for example, let's say you're extremely excited to manifest right now, and you have a great idea. Oh, I'm going to do this, and this is going to get me out of my day job, or it's going to give me financial independence, and I'm so excited about this. And then you start doing it, working it, or putting your stuff in it, and you get all your fears coming in. I don't know if I'm good enough. Is this actually going to work? Maybe this works for some people, but not for me. It's never worked for me. And then you start going down that negative path or spiral of, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I'm too scared. And all of that, that's ego. Okay, that's the ego. Everything that's scary and makes you feel bad and paralyzes you from moving forward or taking action is ego, right? So why does this happen? Because you have been conditioning to expect the worst, right? So, for example, when the big C virus got here, everybody was like, oh, I can't do all of these things. I can't go out. I can't visit my friends. I can't go visit my parents or my elderly parents. I can't go in with my wife when she's having a baby in the hospital. I can't do anything, right? Because of the fear of contacting something and dying or giving it to somebody else who would then, end up crossing over and having that thing over your head of like, I don't want to be responsible for it, or just being super scared of yourself being infected and then getting really sick. So this is the fear, right? And so then whenever you think, like after the whole thing like calmed down and people started taking masks off and all that stuff, you hear somebody getting sick, and your mind immediately goes back to like, oh, could it be? And maybe I should stay away, and maybe you should stay away, right? And it's that fear, because they put so much fear on us when this first happened, that now if you sneeze, you immediately think, I need to get tested, right? Or they need to be tested, or you get like that fear of like, I don't want to be around them, because your mind automatically goes to the worst possible scenario. And this is what's happening. This is what's happening when you're trying to manifest something or create something, and then you have all of those self-doubts and fears coming in, because your mind automatically goes to what happened before when you had these fears or when it didn't work. I worked through this a lot because I had a Mary Kay business. Well, many years back, I was working as a teacher, and I took a full year off to just sell Mary Kay. I did really well. I earned my first my first free car within the first 13 months of me being in it. I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm taking a year off. This is what I'm doing from now on. And then my income plateaued for the whole year, to the point that when the next school year was coming up, I needed to go back because I really literally had $0 in the bank to pay anything. So I did that, right? And so when I started this business, that came up for me. You've done this before. You can't be an entrepreneur. You're going to fail again. You're not going to have any money. All of those old stories came up for me because I had lived them, right? And so it was a paralyzing thing that I had to work through in order to really trust what I was getting was really for me. And if you're getting an idea, it's because it is for you. So my first spiritual mentor, I was telling her, I think that I can help people heal with my hands. And she says, yes, you can, because you have that thought, idea, and feeling. And she said, I don't get an idea that I can go around helping people with my hands. Right? She was my mentor, so I looked up to her. And so she's like, so I don't have that feeling, which means it's not for me. It's for you because you have it. So trust whatever thoughts, feelings, ideas you are receiving, because you are receiving them for you. Okay? All right. And then here's the other part. How do we change this cycle? How do we get rid of this cycle, this all belief, this conditioning that we have? This is when you're going to rewire your subconscious, okay? So everything that comes out is coming through your subconscious. It's not right here. I'm thinking about it. It's in the back. It's the one that I say, I'm thin, and my subconscious goes, no, you're not, right? I'm rich, and the subconscious goes, no, you're not, right? So that's the part. The subconscious is the programming that we bought into that we need to rewrite, shift, and switch in order for my manifestations, I am statements to work, right? So I'm saying I am this, I am that, and the subconscious keeps going, you're lying, right? Liar, pants on fire. So it's telling you that, and you're not really hearing it, but it's not manifesting because that's the little voice in the back. So we need to rewire, recondition the subconscious in order to really be, feel, and believe the I am statements. And how are you going to do this? So the first homework is revise your statements, right? So that they are, so that they're all positive. And then the second thing you're going to do is you're going to record yourself saying them. And when you have your whole list, what's going to happen is you're going to start reading them. And as you continue reading them, you're going to begin to get more excited because it's like, oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, I like that. And you're going to feel the energy rise within you as you continue to verbalize, you're saying this out loud, each statement that you're reading, right? And so you're going to read the list every day. If you can do it twice a day, amazing. If you can only get to do it once a day, that's great, right? But try to do this at least once a day where you read the whole list, and then you're going to record it. So if you have an iPhone, I think all phones have this, but the iPhones have record me, like record voice. You can record yourself reading that statement, the whole list of I am statements after you revised it today. So you're going to read the whole thing, you're going to record it. There's several reasons why you want to do this. Number one, you will respond better to statements that you created. So it's not statements that I or someone else created for you that are positive. These are statements that you created out of you. This is what I want, right? And they're written in my words because it's what I'm feeling and what I want to create. So number one, you created the words, you created the manifestations you want to do. So it has more power. The second thing is when you hear your own voice has more power than any other voice because your voice has the frequency to which your unique body aligns perfectly with, right? So you are attuning to the frequency of your own voice, which is why when you record yourself or if you record your own meditations and then you listen to them, they have more power for you than anyone else because it is the same frequency as your voice. And voice frequency is unique to us, just like our fingerprints. So it can sound similar, or I can give you meditations with your statements. You can find statement meditations, I am things online. They all work. They're all fantastic, fabulous, amazing, especially if you have nothing else to do, meaning like no other tools. But if you're able to record this in your own voice, plus you created your own I am statements, you're not copying them off somewhere on the internet or somebody else gave them to you, then they have so much more power for them to manifest because it's coming from you. And if it's coming from you, it means it is for you, right? So we're no longer looking outside of ourselves, looking for great affirmations to include in my affirmations, because I mean, mine might be the same as them, but if it comes out of me, out of my thought, out of my heart, out of what I'm receiving, it has so much more power in manifesting than me copying things from here and there on the internet and creating my own list, right? And then your own voice. So you're going to record yourself saying this whole list, and then you're going to put it on the lowest possible sound. You're going to put it on a loop, and you're going to let it play overnight so that, this is important, so that when you're about to fall asleep, your subconscious is listening it. You're not hearing it with your human eyes of like, I can't see what that saying, right? But your subconscious is hearing it because your subconscious is your higher self, and your higher self is the divine part of you, and the divine part of you knows and sees everything at the same time. So you can put it on the lowest, 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 lowest that you cannot really hear noise. It's like the subliminal message, and you're gonna let it play overnight, all the time as you're falling asleep. So when you're falling asleep, your subconscious is going to hear it, and it's going to have that, it's going to have that playing over and over in a loop, right? Overnight, and it's going to begin to rewire the subconscious beliefs that you had implanted there, that you had received from everyone else. You're going to change them with the I am statements that you just created. It is extremely powerful. You're going to see results so much faster than ever if you do this in this sequence, right? So the sequence is, you want to get yourself to a place of peace where you are really calm. Your nervous system is calm. You're not in the fight or flight anymore. That's when you write. Then you say them out loud so that you can hear yourself saying them and really tune into, what's that right? Do I still want that? And another thing that's going to happen is, as you work through this, you're going to begin to see things manifested. And when you see things manifested, they're going to fall off, right? Or as you're going through this and you begin to get the things that are on that list, you are going to feel that other thing that I wanted, I no longer want. Let's just go really out for something material. Like, let's say you wanted a BMW, right? And you have that. I drive a BMW. I have a BMW. I love my BMW, right? And that's on your list. And then as you are manifesting things and things are happening for you, you begin to change because you're at a different place. You have already received a lot of things that you wanted to manifest. And then all of a sudden you're going to feel like, I don't know if I want a BMW. I actually really want to go hiking a lot. I think maybe I want to have like a Jeep so I can go through rough terrain. And why would I want a BMW? Because that cannot go in the snow. That cannot go in, right? And so you might be thinking different things because you will begin to change. And then you're going to want to change that statement about that BMW that you wanted to change it to something that matches your energy for what you actually want to do in the moment. So the list is what gets you started, what gets you moving, what gets you manifesting. And then as you begin to see the results and you begin to get even more excited about, like, oh my gosh, this is actually working. This is actually true. I can't believe it. Yes, I believe it, right? Right away. Did you see that? I can't believe it. Yes, I believe it, right? Because you don't want to stop your manifesting. You want to just right away realize that I just said something negative. Let me just switch it right back. I'm like, yes, I believe it. Yes, I want more. And then you're going to be at a different place. And you're going to change some of those things. And then you just repeat it. So these are the tools. I am teaching you the tools for you to use and repeat. So there was somebody here yesterday who wanted to manifest marriage with a particular person, right? And so if that's what you want and you're manifesting other things and that one major thing that you really wanted to do is still not happening, maybe down the road of you manifesting a lot of other things, you're going to see that, maybe that's not exactly what I want right now. Maybe I just want to be close instead of being apart, but maybe marriage is not the actual goal, right? So it depends, right? You're going to start changing what it is that you have written according to what you see, because it's kind of like, let's say you want to go to New York City, right? From wherever it is that you are, and you're going to drive there. You cannot see New York City, but that's the goal, right? And how are you going to get there? You're going to get there road by road, block by block. And then as you're getting closer, you might be like, oh, I see this beautiful lake over here. I actually want to go to that lake. And then your perception of where you are, according to the work that you have done, according to what you have manifested, is going to say, I actually don't want to go to New York City, which it feels like really crowded. I actually want to go here to this beautiful lake and relax here. And you're going to shift what you're wanting to manifest and where you're going to war because you would have shifted. Does that make sense? Let me know if this is making sense to you. Let me know if this feels like, oh yeah, like that can happen, right? Because you cannot see everything you're going to see from here to the goal, right? You can see, let's say there's a corridor with like full of doors. You can only see up to like, let's say 10 doors down the road. and you know there's more doors going ahead, but you can't see them from where you are. And when you get up 10 doors forward, then you see 10 more, right? So those are the different possibilities. And this is how your manifesting list will change and continue to grow as you continue to grow and manifest the things that you want. Okay. All right. So I'm going to repeat. Number one, you want to ground and get yourself out of the fight or flight state first. Then you want to create your list of manifesting statements in the I am. Then you want to read those out loud so that you can hear yourself and see which ones are actually still in alignment with what you actually want and which ones you need tweaking and which ones you want to get rid of. And then you're going to record yourself reading this with a lot of excitement, with a lot of love. And you're going to play that overnight on the lowest possible volume so that it can begin to rewire your subconscious mind, where you have all of those negative thoughts, negative beliefs that come at through the ego to stop you from continuing to do the work. Okay, so that's your homework for this day. Let me see if there's anything that I missed. Yeah, so it's record yourself. Okay. Oh, and here's the last thing for day 2. Okay, so you got your homework for today, right? You're going to do those things. You're going to record yourself, right? And then play it overnight. I'm going to ask you a question now, and this is important. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it. And if you feel comfortable enough answering it here on the comments, that's great too. The question is, who are you? And you cannot answer by saying your profession, a mother, or a wife. Okay? And if you're male, a father or a husband, or your profession. You cannot say those 3 things, but I'm asking you, who are you? Okay, so if you have a quick answer that just came into your mind, you're like, oh yeah, just write it down and put it on the comments for confirmation. If you're stunned, like, what the, I have no idea who I am, then that tells you that a lot of the things that you're wanting to manifest, that a lot of the goals where you're wanting to go are coming more from the ego of what people are telling you that you should do, should be, should behave, should have, all of those things. So when you get down to the, hey, who am I? Really? That's when you really get down to your soul, to your higher self, of finding out who it is that you are. And then you can create I am statements that are really coming from your soul, from your higher self. Does that make sense? All right, so let me know in the comments how this felt for you, how if you have any other answers or questions or anything, just drop them in the comments now. I will be back here tomorrow, Thursday, January 11th at 11:11. So how amazing is that? 3 11s in a row. I did not plan for that. Spirit told me start on Tuesday, and on Thursday, it happens to be the date that it is. They told me what time to start. This is how being led by Spirit and following, taking action on what you hear or feel looks like, right? Because I just got this ping to do this last week, and I just posted it, right? I got it. I was like, oh, I need to do that. Okay, I posted it. That's it. I had no idea what it was going to be about exactly, like what I was going to talk about each day. That came to me afterwards. Take that first inspired action in whatever it is that you're receiving, because everything else will come for you after you've listened to it. Your guides are there to give you all of your guidance and answers when you're ready to receive them. So if they give you an answer, you say, oh, how do I get out of this situation right now? And they tell you, and you, instead of taking action, you start thinking, well, how's that going to work? Right? The how is none of your business. The what do I want to be? The what do I want to feel? That's your business. Is the dreaming, is getting yourself into the joy, into feeling happiness, joy for what you're doing, for what you're creating, for what you're going, for who you are. That's your job. It is not about the how. The how is your subconscious job, the one that you're going to be rewiring tonight, hopefully. All right, I don't see any other comments. Really? Seriously? That's it, people. All right. So I am going to go. I will see you tomorrow. By the way, if you have not signed up for my free monthly quantum energy healing, I believe that's this Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Send me a message for the link. I believe there's a chat in here where the link is there so you can go. I only have 2 more spaces left. So if you're not in it already, then go ahead. If you know anyone who will really benefit from this channel, this transmission, share this video with them. Invite them in here so that they can be in the quantum energy healing. If you know somebody who could who would really benefit of being in this energy and healing themselves and begin to get support that way, just share it. I will really love that. If you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, subscribe, share the video, and this way more and more people can get the answers to what they're looking for and raise their frequency. All right, guys, I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.